Hey guys, welcome aboard. We're going to be doing a little flight. I was looking for weather, and there's just a little bit of weather in Boise and a little bit of marine layer down in San Francisco. So we're going to be doing a Boise, Idaho to San Francisco hop. So I think I got everything set up over here. Let's jump into the cockpit and get stuff fired up over here. Battery 1 and 2 on, external power on. Let's come over here. We're gonna have to play around with our actual route a little bit. Let's get the aircraft loaded over here.
The truck is on its way. Fleet boarding requested.
All right, nav 1, 2, 3 on, crew oxygen on, fuel pumps on. And let's get our strobes to, come on, strobes to auto, logo nav light on. We're going to start the APU, get some lights on over here, and start. No smoking sign on. We'll arm the emergency exit lighting. Okay, let's come down here. Get a little bit of lighting going. Transponder to auto.
Fuel truck is in position.
And let's get our flight requested.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
We are flying Spirit, so it's NK777.
Passengers boarding starting.
And according to SimBrief, what do we got? A CI of 6. And we're heading up to, all the way up to 38,000 feet. Grab our winds. So out of Boise, looks like we're taking and right for departure. 10 right, and take a look at that. See if I want to change that around. No, I guess we'll take 10 right. That's good enough. 10 right, no SID. We'll insert that. Coming into San Francisco, it's a little funky. I don't think I've ever flown into San Francisco kind of from this direction, so I had to kind of play around with the arrivals and whatnot. But we're going to be doing ILS runway 28 right, and the arrival is going to be Risty 1. Transition is going to be Orca. We'll see how that looks. Come up here, we'll go over to US there on the QNH. All right, let's take a look at our little departure here. So I'm just going to go direct, so I'm going to get rid of the flight discontinuity here. There we go. So we've got our departure course. Quick right turn, and around to here. We'll get rid of this manual and discontinuity. Let that all hook up. There we go. And then we pick up the ILS right into 28. Right, so that looks good. All right, back to flight plan here. Let's see if now the sounds and stuff are a bit loud now because we've got the new update for let me at least set this to, there we go. It might be a little bit better. Okay. The music sounds really loud. Let me turn that down a little bit. There we go. But we did get an update to the Fenix. They put out a new installer and a bunch of changes to the aircraft itself, including the sounds, which sound really nice. So if you kind of go out here, you can hear that. that nice hum. Right, I think I got you on 50 for the sound. Yeah, it looks good. Okay. Usually I turn on my timer here just to kind of see how long it is on the ground here. So we're going up to 38,000 feet. Let's come over here, see how things are going. Passengers are loading. Fuel is getting loaded, which I think, yep, we are good there. Go back there. We'll come over here and punch in some numbers. So 10 right. Dry. We'll do the preliminary load sheet here. I always take off with packs on. We'll sync the weather. Wind's calm. Yeah, they got a lot of smoke there from the Northern California fire, and I guess a couple fires in Canada. But most of this smoke and haze over here is from the Northern California fire. Oh wait. Otherwise, 2984. Let's hit calculate. Send that to the McDo. Set our altimeter setting 2984, and we'll cross-check it down to the standby and to the co-pilot side. So that looks good. Come back down here. Get ready to look at our load sheet messages. All right, so far so good. Just gotta wait for everything to get loaded up. Looks like our fuel guys are just about ready to get out of here. All right, we'll put the seatbelt sign on. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday here. Finally cooling down here in Southern California. So let's see, when we pull out of here, bring this over here. Here we are at gate, hard to see right there. It looks like B15. We'll do a nose left, push back. And then cruise all the way up here, Alpha, to runway 10 right. Definitely looking hazy and smoky out there. I should remember to turn my mic on when I'm talking to you. I'm going to jump in here just to make sure that I've got my graphics on high end. Yes. Go. And this is Payware, Boise, Idaho. Here, we'll watch the guys load our baggage here. Finally, sometimes they take a little bit. So we should be off the ground here probably in about 10 minutes or so. Maybe a little bit shorter. It's like we only got 2 carts, so hopefully the baggage won't take too long. Baggage loading, that is.
Thank you for choosing Spirit Airlines. All large items should be placed in overhead bins, and all smaller items can go right under the seat in front of you. You can continue to use your cell phone until the doors are closed. If you want to check out our snacks and drinks that we have available for purchase, we ask you to download the Spirit app before the aircraft doors are closed. You can also take a look at the menus in the seat back pockets in front of you. Thank you for your attention, and welcome aboard.
Tell you what, while they're loading the baggage here, I'm going to go refresh my coffee, so I will be right back. And one more cart to go. So GSX is doing a kind of funny to watch the guys chilling out over here. Pretty good animations and stuff. They're just having a little chit chat there. Alright, all the passengers are on board, still loading the bags right there. Let's make sure we've got our APU bleed on. Forgot to put that on. Probably toasty over here. Oh yeah, I thought it was hot in the cockpit here. Celsius temperatures, by the way. Finally.
Boarding completed. Please prepare for departure.
Alright, we'll get the GPU off, chocks off. Let's go ahead and request our pushback. Clear out all our messages, take a look at our load sheet, and you know, I always just skip through it, whatever.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Alrighty. So the only thing I gotta do, back up here, that's all loaded, send to the McDo. Alright, we're all good. Alright, everything's loaded in there. We've got our V-speeds all in here.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Alright, let's get our beacon on. And what do we say we're going to be doing? Nose left.
Locking gear.
Okay, all the doors are locked up and everything. We can get off of that. Alright, nose left.
Release parking brakes, please.
Okay, parking brake off.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alright, we'll start number 2.
Cabin crew, arm doors and cross check.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is David. Working with me today in the cabin are Melinda and Carly. We would like your attention as we go over important safety features of this Airbus aircraft. Please follow along with the aircraft safety information card located in the seat back pocket in front of you. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal tab into the buckle. To tighten, pull the loose end of the strap, and to release, lift up the flat portion of the buckle. Your seatbelt should be secured low and tight about your hips and worn anytime you are seated. Signs overhead and aisle emergency exits. All exits are equipped with evacuation slides that deploy.
Alright, good start on number 2. Let's go ahead and start
Look around
number 1.
and locate the exit nearest to you, keeping in mind your nearest exit may be behind you. If needed, oxygen masks will drop from the compartment above your seat. Pull the mask towards your face, place it over your nose and mouth, and breathe normally. Secure the mask with the elastic strap.
Please set parking brake.
The plastic bag may not appear.
Unlocking gear.
A crew member will inform you when it is safe to remove your mask. Be sure to secure your own mask before using others. For passengers seated in our economy seats, a life vest is located under your seat. For passengers seated in big front seats, life vests are located between your seats. All life vests can be used for adults and children. Infant life vests will be provided by the crew if necessary. To use it, tear open the plastic pouch, remove the vest, and slip it over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist, fasten the buckle, and pull the tab on the loose end of the strap into life. Upon exiting the aircraft, pull down the red tab to inflate the manually.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Alright, good start on number 1.
Attached to each vest.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Shows wrap location and the proper use of all water equipment.
Alright, starters to normal.
Federal law requires passenger compliance with lighted passenger information signs posted.
Auto
placards,
brake
and crew
to
instructions.
max.
Spirit Airlines does not allow smoking on board, and federal
We'll
law
do
prohibits canceling,
transponder
disabling, or destroying
TARA.
laboratory
We'll
smoking
get our weather radar on.
Please check to see that your seatbelt is fastened, your window shade is up, your tray table is secured, and all carry-on items are stowed.
APU bleed off,
Thank you for your
APU
attention and
master
welcome
off,
aboard.
and taxi light on. Get our terrain on over here. All right, parking brake off. Let's get out of here. Alrighty, let's see here. Flaps are going to be 1 down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right about there. And spoilers armed. Takeoff config is normal. Taxi all the way around to the runway there. What is it? 10 right instead of 10 left. That's 10 left right there. Here we get our runway turnout lights on. So, like I said, a little bit of wet weather over here, mainly just haze. We'll get out of the haze here pretty quick, and just some scattered clouds. And then over into San Francisco, though, we'll have the marine layer to deal with there. So, should be an instrument approach all the way down to the runway. All right, landing lights on. Alright, looking pretty good. I think we're ready to go. Takeoff thrust is set. And flex 60 SRS, no blue. Positive brake, gear up.
Traffic.
Climb thrust set. see we're above the haze already here. It sounds nice. A little loud, but nice. And I'll turn down the sim volume here as soon as we get out of our roll here and get our flaps up. Alright, flap 0, speed checked. Turn that sound down there a little bit. And let's zoom on out. It's pretty much just almost a straight shot all the way down to San Francisco today. We'll be take a closer look at the actual route. I think it takes us right over the top of Sacramento.
Ladies and gentlemen, our seatbelt sign is still on. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign.
Cell phones are supposed to
For
be
your
off for
safety and the
takeoff.
safety of those around you, please keep your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated, even when the seatbelt sign is off. We would like to remind you that all Spirit Airlines flights are non-smoking. Smoking,
Alright,
including
landing
the
lights
use
can
of
come off.
cigarettes or vaping devices, is never permitted in the cabin or lavatory. At this time, you may use approved electronic devices. If you are going to enjoy a movie or music, please make sure you are using headphones for everyone's comfort. We are excited to offer in-flight.
I should turn my head this way so it looks like I'm looking out the window.
Spirit Airlines is completely cashless. We happily accept credit and debit cards for all onboard purchases. Flight attendants will be coming through the aisle shortly.
Alright, there's 10,000 feet. Let's let the flight crew know their logo off. Let me show you the route of flight here today. As we bounce around here below this little cloud deck right there. What was the weather over there actually? Let's take a look at that first. Boise, we had few at 17. That's and then we got a little bit of other stuff here that's not getting reported on the observation. And so probably a little bit bumpy here until we get up above that. Anyway, here is our route of flight. Boise, we'll go over Reno and then down right over Sacramento. We'll take a turn down south over here towards what is that, Tracy, and then over to the south side of the Bay Area. We'll pick up our approach into San Francisco. So a flight time right now, looking at about a 1 hour. It's a little bit of a longer flight. It's not what I want. Come over here. Goodness. I wish these things would pop up in the correct screen. Yeah. Looking at things on my other screen there. Trying to find my music. There we go. Turn that down a little bit, huh? Alright, let's go over to standard on the altimeter setting here. Yeah, we'll wait to turn the seatbelt sign up until we're above this cloud deck right here. It should smooth out. And then we should have a nice smooth ride all the way down to San Francisco here. As a matter of fact, let me take a look at the let's take a look at the turbulence. Yeah, just a little bit bumpy here. Bring that on for you. There we go. So turbulence at flight level. Let's go up. We're going up to 38,000 feet right there. So you can see pretty smooth here, but as we move down in the flight levels, you can see that's kind of where we're going through right now. So a little bumpy there for the departure until we get to like Reno or so, and then nice and smooth up at our cruise altitude, and then should be pretty decent coming down into the Bay Area also. One other thing I noticed with the new update here, so this shade right here now works. That shade didn't work before. Which is pretty cool, because I have this mounted. You can pick whether you want this the tablet mounted, with a suction cup on the side window, or physically mounted down here. And now that I have it physically mounted, and we now have our shade over here. What are we at? 40 miles from Reno. Looks like it's pretty smooth here. I'm going to go ahead and turn the seatbelt signs off. I always like to play around with my views here. About 8,000 feet to go. And we're about, what are we, about 30 or so miles from Reno, Nevada. And of course I'm talking with my mic off, but I was saying I got to put up my my fly live up at the top there, and I had to quickly adjust the time for the sim because it always starts me like not live time. It's like half an hour behind. So we just fixed that. Alright guys, since we're almost up at cruise over here, I'm gonna take a little break here. We're almost out to Reno, Nevada there, dead ahead. And then we'll make a slight left-hand turn and then a straight shot for about 300 nautical miles all the way down into the Central Valley. There's our turn. So I'm going to pop out of the cockpit here for a minute and stretch my legs. And I'll be back in a minute, or a few minutes. I'm still here, everybody. Let's see here. Well, we're almost halfway there. We take a quick look right here. Yeah, at the ETP right there is our halfway point. All right, let's see what we got here for company messages. I think we left on time, so nothing required. Well, that's good. And actually, we can go all on our traffic avoidance. Is anything good down there? I'll tell you what, man. Most of Nevada is pretty damn desolate, if you ask me. Just from flying in flight sim here, I did, what was the other flight I did? I think I did Boise all the way to Orange County. And man, there's just nothing there. I did bump our speed up over here. I went up to, we were at Mach 0.77. I bumped it up to Mach 0.8. Got a little bit of a headwind here, so hopefully make a little bit better time there. Looks like, what is it showing? 32 minutes to San Francisco. So probably about 40 minutes until we're on the ground there. The time there at the top of the screen. Let me see if it has it there. Estimated time of arrival 18Z. What time is it here? It's currently, yeah. See, it says 17:30 just about. 17:28 to be exact. And that's just straight line from our location to the airport. It doesn't take into account the the arrival and all that stuff. So like sometimes it's pretty straightforward if you're doing a straight in kind of approach, but we got a little bit of maneuvering to do to get over to our ILS, and so probably add another 10 minutes to that. So probably about 39 minutes, let's say, something like that, before we're on the ground. Now, I also noticed that Microsoft has been having some outages there for Xbox. And even though I fly on, a gaming PC here, it uses Xbox connectors and stuff into the Microsoft system to do the ground textures and all that other stuff. So when that stuff goes down, sometimes I have trouble within flight sim. But I was able to get in and get going, so I'm happy about that. Now, just for fun, let's take a look and see where we exactly are on a map. We got these two lakes over here, so I'm kind of scooting over to let me see. Just want to see and make sure I'm looking at the right thing. Yeah, it's Reno just off to our... yeah, so this is the first lake that we see. Right there. We got a second one there. So I think that's the one we're seeing here. I'm going to try to find a road here. Is this a Pyramid Lake? Let's see. It's got a little island at the end right there. Yep, there it is, right there. That's Pyramid Lake. And then, let's see what we can see down here, huh? Tribal member access. Is there a picture anywhere? I want to get down on the road. Ooh, look at that. There we go. Street view. Well, it's a little old. 2007. Let's see if we can get something a little bit newer. That was the last time Google bothered to come out here into the middle of nowhere. Fox Beach. Nope, no pictures. And, there we go. Here's a newer shot. 2023. I think I see us up there. Alright, and then we are coming up to this little lake here off to the right is Honey Lake. Got an airport over there. Furlong, well, Army Airfield. Amity Army Airfield. Furlong Amity. See if we can see it over here. There it is. I think a lot of the stuff out here, you can see all this sort of pattern right here. Those are all houses, or they're sort of bunkers. Let's see if we can get a better look on here. Come on. Yeah, each one of these, let's pop back inside. That looks like crap. Anyway, each one of those down there is probably storing munitions. So bombs and all that kind of stuff. Got Reno way off to our left, south of us down there. Let's see, right there, I think. And then Sacramento next to have something to look at here. As we pop over the Rockies here. Let's see here. You know what? We can grab our weather for San Francisco. Let's do that. I'm actually going to use the McDo here for that. Weather request. grab San Francisco KSFO. Both METAR and TAF, send that. Come over to the right hand side here and enter our information once we get it here. Alright, so 17Z, which is an hour old here, right? Or what time is it? Yeah, it's 17:35-ish, so about half an hour, 35 minutes old. Winds out of the west at 18 gusts, or 11 gusting 18, 10 miles. Few at 600, broken still at 1,600, so that marine layer is breaking up just a little bit. 14. For the temperature Celsius, that's 57 degrees and 299 or 6. Now, my airplane is configured for UK, or not UK, but European flying, so that's why I'm still using QNH. So I got to take a look at my other screen just to do a quick calculation there. So that is 10:14-ish. Let's go ahead and punch that in. What do we got for temperature here? Currently 14. I guess we could take, we didn't get the TAF back. All we got is the observation there, the METAR. The TAF is the Terminal Aerodrome Forecast, TAF, TAF. So I'm taking a look at that on my other screen here, and our arrival time shows wind 17, gusting 25. Actually, we'll just be right. That's at 19Z, so starting 19Z, we're only at 17. Yeah, so we're good. We should still have a little bit lighter winds. Overcast at 1500. Anyway, temperature 14, so let's just punch that in right there. And we'll put the current winds are 270 at 11. Gusting 18. You just put in, you don't put in the gusts over here. Then let's take a quick look at our, zoom out here. San Francisco approach, we are doing ILS 28 right. That one right there. I'm going to star that and the Cat 2, Cat 3. Getting a little bounced around over here. So 213 for the ILS here and 200 for the AGL. Let's pop back down here. I'll just use the radar altimeter, say 200. Go back to our cruise, and all right, good enough. Got our weather there, so that's all set for our descent down here. And looks like descent is gonna be what is that, 40, about 50 miles or so. Since I don't fly on VATSIM, I basically just put the final approach altitude in there, which is 1,800 feet. I'm gonna go ahead and crank that down to 1,800. Zoom out so you can actually see it. There we go. We're ready for that. So I believe Lake Tahoe off in the distance there, yep. Got a nice no pack up here. As a matter of fact, well, we're a little bit too far south, but we followed the range all the way up there. That's kind of where that fire is. currently burning. We have a little bit of fun and take a look at that. In real life, that is. Alright, we'll make this a little bit bigger for you. Alright, there we go. Zoom that out a little bit. There we go. You can see all the smoke right here. So, you know, we left Boise, which is right about there. And we're kind of coming right down around here. So let's first take a look at the Bay Area. And you can see we've got our marine layer here. We're going to be going right to the peninsula there. You can see all the smoke right there kind of getting pulled around. Let's go north just to that. And there's Lake Tahoe. So we're about we're almost right over here. Just getting into the higher level smoke out here. But the fire, I believe, is someplace right here. Kind of hard to tell with just the visual satellite there. Let's scoot over here. Let's do this. We'll see exactly where it is. Yep, right there you can see the burn. And you can actually see a little bit of orange right there at the tip of the cursor. And then the rest is kind of getting obscured a little bit over here. A little bigger view of it there. Now in Flight Sim 2024, supposedly you're going to be able to do, you know, wildfire, you know, suppression in the choppers and planes and stuff like that. So that's going to be kind of cool. All right, coming up to our top of descent here, just about 21, 22 miles. Let's take a quick look there. Yeah, 22. And there goes 21 nautical miles. So we'll wait till we're at 10, and then we'll go back to managed speed, and then start our descent. And I've said this before, but Flight Sim tends to kind of, the weather generation of it tends to be a little bit behind. But you can see Sacramento here ahead of us with the cloud cover. And what's happening with the onshore flow right there was flowing, the marine layer is getting pushed all the way out into the valley over Sacramento, just the way we're looking at it right here. And it was interesting, but that has already burned off as we saw on the satellite. But Flight Simulator's still a little bit behind, and let's actually have it there. Alright, so, you know what else we can do is, come over here, go to arrival. What was our arrival? Rista 1. Let's go ahead, our nav approach. We'll star that one. Come on. Take a quick look at that. There we go. Alright, and we're coming in from Orca. Yeah, we're coming in from Orca right here. Down around the Bay Area over to here, and then we grab our approach. Alright, I'm going to go ahead to managed altitude here. I'm going to sped up a little bit to save some time. Alright, we've got 1800 for the final approach fix, or final approach point on the ILS. All set, we've been cleared all the way down to there. Just waiting for our descent arrow to get down to about 2.5 miles or so before I click managed, which I do on my Stream Deck Plus. There we go. Managed. See the little dot shows up, and we'll start our descent here. I'm hearing beeping and I don't know where it's coming from. Alright, and let's see, let's take a quick peek at our altimeter setting in 2996. Actually, I'm looking at San Francisco, yep. So we got Greater Sacramento area down below. It's a little toasty here. I gotta drink plenty of water when I'm streaming here because my computer is down below and it's billowing out like a little heater at me. Quiet in the chat there today. I think it's Saturday. What is it? 10, almost 11 a.m. Pacific. So 10 to almost 1 or 2 o'clock over there. Everybody must be having lunch or having their little siesta back east on a Saturday afternoon. Alright, as we make our way down over here, I'm going to take one more quick break. Just a quick one here. After drinking all that coffee and water, you know what I mean? I'm going to head back into the back of the cabin and take a little bathroom break. So I shall be right back. Alright, that was a nice quick pit stop there. We should be going to Orca, which is the Sacramento VOR, coming up here in a sec. We'll make a quick turn off to the left. There we are right there, Sacramento, Orca, Sacramento VOR. We'll head down south over here, like I said, down towards Tracy. What else we got? Lodi off to the side. Stockton, we'll head right by that. Over to Tracy before we turn back and head back up to our approach. How are we doing on our descent here? 27,000 feet. Looks like we're on profile. And I'm not an expert in the AIRBUS A320, but watch the turn here. But, you know, I watch some of the other guys that actually fly in real life. I get little pointers for them and stuff like that. So the little green dot right there next to our altitude will move up and down. And that shows you that you're on your planned profile over here. So, for instance, if it's down below you, that means you're above your profile. If it's up here, it means you're below your planned profile. It's always good to watch the real world guys. You get a lot of good info from them, obviously. I definitely like the new sound pack tweaks, whatever they did to the Fenix there. Definitely, and it sounds different depending on where you are. So that's why it sounds different here if you're sitting behind the wing, as opposed to here ahead of the engine or anywhere in between. Even it kind of changes around. Let's see if everything looks good here. Yep, we're on our descent, and all is looking good here. We can actually zoom in here a little bit. See what we got for at GSX here. I wish GSX let you pick your destination airport, because I'm looking, what you do is you go in here, you can pick, you know, SFO once you're closer, and then you can pick the gate. But I wish it just let you do that a little bit farther out. I don't know if I could do that. Basically the airports here are in order of distance from your current location, so that's why I got to keep scrolling and scrolling to even try to find SFO, which is not yet on the list. See Travis back there somewhere in the clouds, unfortunately. So Travis Air Force Base back here. That's where I used to live. I used to be stationed there. So this is Stockton off to our left, and Antioch off to our right. And then Travis back there under the clouds someplace over there, Fairfield and Vacaville. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be socked in over here, or at least have this marine layer for the Bay Area. But you can kind of see how it, flows right through the Bay Area, through the Delta over here, and all the way back to, like I said today, it made it all the way back down towards Sacramento before burning off. In real life, that is. Today we have a nice marine layer all the way out there in flight sim, at least. All right, coming up to 18,000 feet. Let's see if we get, we'll get a new altimeter setting here, hopefully in a sec, but 2996 for right now. We'll go ahead and set that. Oh my goodness sakes. Almost forgot. Salinas Airport ATIS just annoys the crap out of you over here, unfortunately. Anybody from Stockton there? I have a acquaintance that lives there that pretty much says it sucks, but I think I've only driven through or something like that back when I lived in, when I was stationed at Travis. The Golden Hills of the Bay Area here. We're going to start making our turn here shortly over Tracy. Let's see, what's our altitude here? 13,000 feet. I'm going to go ahead and put the seatbelt sign on. Looks like we've got some traffic there up ahead. Alright, I know you want to look at the view, but I gotta take a look at my flight plan here.
As you
So
may have noticed,
seats,
we've begun our descent. We'll be
and
arriving shortly. Please ensure you carry on is tucked away,
what's the
your
next
tray
one?
table is stowed, armrest is down, and windows are open.
Seatbin, huh? We're missing a whole bunch of waypoints between here, so at least from what I had. But that's alright, just I wanted to check on that. We're actually kind of cutting across here. I can show you. See, so I was going to go from seeds all the way to Archie, but we're missing Archie, Zild. We go all the way to Seepin. So we're basically going to go seeds and then cut across to Seepin here. Kind of delete basically this whole little portion right there, which is fine. If I noticed that earlier before we took off, I would have just manually put those in. And I just don't feel like doing it today. Alright, coming up to 10,000 feet, let's let the flight crew know. We'll get our logo on. We'll go ahead and get our landing light on. And I'm going to go to manual speed here. We'll slow down to 230. And I guess we can kill the music here, and then I'll bring the volume up on the sim when we're kind of short final. I figure we'll slow down here a little bit. I didn't look at the actual approach. Let me see if there's a speed restriction here. Well, I don't want to do that. I don't see any. 220 degrees. Yeah, a little bumpy up here above the marine layer. Alright, I'm gonna go landing system on. We'll manage speed. No, we're gonna stay down. We'll go down to 290. Get ourselves slowed up over here. Alright, flaps 1. Yeah, see, we got to dive down from 9,000 all the way down to 3,000 over there at Seepin, so it's a little bit of a steep descent over here. So I try to keep our speed down here a little bit. Alright, for braking, low. Got about a quarter speed brakes out here just to help us in the descent.
Cabin crew, seats for landing.
Hello, it's Carly. The cabin is secure for landing. See you on the ground.
All right, see you on the ground there, Carly. And let's see here. Yeah, we can go ahead and do manage speed here now. Or actually, sorry, I didn't want to do that. Wait till we get to this waypoint right here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hit the approach mode. A bumpy little ride through the marine layer. Keep it at 190 for the approach here. And we're going down to 1,800. And let's see, what was the weather again over here? Few at 600, broken 14, overcast 19. So right around 14 we should pop out of the marine layer there. Alright, glide slope's coming in, so is localizer. Let's go 2 flaps. And managed airspeed. And we'll go autopilot 1 and 2 on. And glide slope localizer captured. I'm going to go ahead and bring the volumes up. Just starting to see the bay through the marine layer here.
$2,500.
Okay, gear coming down. and flaps 3. And full flaps. Let you hear some of those upgraded sounds here. Alright, spoilers armed. Gear is down, 3 green, auto braking low, full flaps. We're ready to land. A little bit of a bumpy ride here into the Bay Area today. So just so you know, for the airliners like the A320 here and the 737, everything else, I use realistic for my turbulence setting. When I'm in flying GA, I set it at medium because it's a little bit too jerky. Too bumpy, kind of unrealistic. The realistic is realistic for the airliners. The medium setting is more realistic in the GA airplanes. Alright, 700 feet. Go sterile cockpit here until we land. Alright, 500 autopilot's off my airplane.
400. 100 above. 100. Minimum.
Landing.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 5.
Alright, spoilers down, flaps up. Guys, welcome to San Francisco. That was a fun little approach, huh? A little bumpier than I was anticipating, but pretty good. Alright, landing lights off. Taxi on. Let's go ahead and get our APU fired up. So I don't know where Spirit parks in SFO here, because I don't normally fly to SFO a whole bunch. So we're just gonna kind of wing it over here. Find a decent gate here that looks like it takes in the the stray guys like us. How about right over here? This looks good. Nice, easy parking at the gate. Like I said, I don't bother with a GSX usually. If I could select my gate a little bit farther out from the airport, that way I wouldn't have to kind of screw around and, you know, it was one less thing to do. Taxi lights off. A little bit too early there. Let's bring it on up just a little bit more. Alright, right there is good. Parking brake on. And engine 1 and 2 off. APU bleed is off, or correction, on. Beacon.
The boarding requested.
Beacon off. Boardings deboardings been requested. We'll get the external power on. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that flight. Let's take a quick look down here. Get our arrival time. Or our arrival message. There we go, and the official time. Sweet. We'll get the transponder back on standby. Let's turn all our weather radar off here.
Passengers deboarding starting.
Alright, and that was an hour and 44 minutes for the stream. Hope you enjoyed that. What was our flight time over here? Let me clear that. An hour and 25 minutes roughly in the air. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that flight, and until next time, have a good weekend. We'll pop out here, have a look at the crew. Ground crew deboarding us over here. Guys, till next time, take care. I'll see you in the next flight.